Hello, first graders. Today we're going to do our engineering challenge. I gave you a little bit of information about it last week, but this week we're going to get into the weeds. We're going to learn all about it. So our engineering challenge, this is what you must do. You have to communicate with another person at a distance using sound or light. So you can't speak. You cannot just say, "Hi, how you doing? I want to tell you what's going on." You have to communicate with sound, but not speech, or light. So I want to talk to you about the process that engineers follow when they are doing an engineering challenge. The first step of the engineering design process is to come up with an idea. And this is an idea stage, and we call it brainstorming. We come up with all kinds of different ideas. We don't say any of them are bad at this point. We just say, hey, that's another idea. That's another idea. So just come up with different ideas. That's the first step. After you've chosen one of those ideas, then you make a plan. You draw a picture or a diagram with the steps what you're going to follow to build that idea. Then you're going to build it. Now, you're not just going to build it willy-nilly. You're going to follow the plan that you made back here. Then we're going to test it and see if we can make some improvements. So engineers don't just start building. They think about it, they draw a diagram, they build it, and then they improve. So I'm going to go through the engineering design process, and I'm going to come up with some ideas for communicating over distance with sound or light. Now, this is another thing that's important about engineers. Engineers work together in teams. Engineers copy each other all the time, and that is a good thing. Engineers need to share ideas to make things better and better. So I'm going to show you some ideas. If you like my ideas, go ahead and copy it. It's okay. Maybe you can make my idea better. That's what engineers do. They're constantly improving. So I made some ideas. I came up with some ideas for the sound category. So I went back for what we've already done, and I started thinking about how can I use sound to communicate over a distance. So the first thing I did was go back to our very first thing was the rubber band on a cup, right? We see the vibrations, it makes sound, but it's not very loud. So, even if I pluck it harder, it doesn't get really much louder. So I don't think I'm going to use this one. I'm going to cross this one off my list because I don't think it's the best idea. Okay, the other one that I have is this idea of a drum. So I have a coffee can. Hey, it's louder than the rubber band, right? Okay, so this might be good. Okay, this might be good. I'm just wondering, it's made out of paper and plastic. I'm wondering if there might be another material that's louder. I'm going to try something. I have a metal box. Oh my gosh, this is so much better. So I like the drum idea, but instead of making it out of paper and cardboard, I'm going to say a metal drum. That is definitely better than the cardboard and plastic. Okay, so I still like that idea. Okay, yelling. Help! Okay, I told you couldn't use words, so I could just go, ah! Yelling gets tiresome after a while. I'm just wondering if there's something that I could use to make my voice bigger. And I've been at like a football game, and sometimes there are people who use these megaphones. So I took a piece of paper and I made something like a megaphone. Hello! Wow! It carries my voice farther. So I'm going to add here a paper megaphone. Wow, I think that is pretty good. I'm going to put a check there. All right, and then a telephone made up of cups. Remember when we made the telephones last time? I don't think it was very loud when we made it before. Maybe I could make some changes. But I'm right now kind of excited about these two ideas, the drum and the megaphone. So the next step after coming up with my idea, I've got two ideas, is I've got to choose one of them. I have to say I'm kind of liking the paper megaphone. So I'm going to use that as my choice. You could choose something else, right? You could use a metal drum, or you could get another material. Maybe you will have a stick that hits your drum to make it louder. Okay, so I'm going to pick the paper megaphone. The next step is I need to make a plan. So here's my plan for building my paper megaphone. I got some paper, some tape, and scissors. And I rolled it so that it was at an angle. And I don't know if you noticed, but the end of my paper sticks out like this. And I still have that on my plan. And I cut the other end off. So one end is small and the other end is wide, and it helps carry my voice. Hello! Hello! Using that shape. Okay, so there's my plan. So I built my megaphone based on my plan. So it works pretty good. I think it's really nice. But I'm now at the improve stage. So I'm wondering, what could I do to make my megaphone better? Well, I'm wondering if I make it bigger. If I make it bigger, it might be better. I'm wondering if I use different materials instead of paper. Maybe I should use something slippery. Maybe that would help the sound waves. So right now, I'm at the improve stage. Now I'm gonna come up with an idea using light. So these are some ideas that I came up with. Using a flashlight and a mirror. I could use the mirror to make the light go from different directions and make it shine in different ways. I could use a flashlight with different colors. Like I could put like a colored gel in front of the light. And I could just turn the light on and off. So just like we did with sound, then I would need to choose one, make a plan and draw a picture, build it by following the plan, and then see if I can improve on it. Make sure to do your planning inside your science notebook. So you're gonna write down your idea, draw your plan, show how you built it, and then see if you could improve on it. All right, I've had a great time learning about sound and light with you guys. Our next unit is gonna start next week. See you next time, Cougars.